Hi, everybody, and welcome to the first section of our video where we're going to be making mini album with desire. So hopefully you went over and watched the first video that gives you all the tips and basics for my albums. So I went ahead and made all the cuts already, and I um, inked all of my edges with black ink. I chose black because there's a lot of black in this. So I used Ranger Archibald ink in jet black. And I also black inked the solid cardstock in this album just a teeny bit. Okay, let me show you just a little bit around the edges here. And I also put double side tape on most of my sections. Not all of them, but most of them. Okay, so now we're just going to be assembling everything, and you can refer to the cut list to see the exact measurements of everything. Okay, I'll try to go over them while I'm doing the video, but it will help if you can download the list. Okay, so all my sections start with A1. Sorry, all my sections start the same size, so there will be one, A1, B1, C1, etc. Okay, so they're double scored, which means I scored it once at 1/2 inch and once at 5/8. And when I'm assembling them together, A will be, let's say, on the top, and then B, I'm going to make where the wing is on the bottom. And then when we assemble them together, I'll have one on top and one on the bottom put together and create a pocket page. Okay, so with A1, I'm going to start with this on the top. The first thing I'm going to put is actually A3 and A4, which are the parts for the belt, because this will go over everything from the bottom to the top, like that, and close. So it will keep everything closed, and I'll probably put a magnet and a buckle there. So the first thing that I'm going to put down is A3 and A4 over A1. Okay, so A1 is the base. It's 10 and 5/8 by 8, and it is scored twice, double score along the 8 and 5/8 side, which means the 10 and 5/8 are going to be on top, and it's scored this way at a 1/2 inch and at 5/8. Okay, so A3 and A4, they're both 8.5 by 2.25, and they're scored it at 2 inches and at 2.25. So I have a return here of 1/4 inch, and uh, it is high because I'm going to have all of these things underneath. Okay, and I want to put it somewhere in the middle, I think. Well, no, I want to put it somewhere on the bottom. And let's see where I want it. This will be a pocket here. Um, 67. Actually, I don't know if it makes a big difference because I'm going to have something on the top here. So let's put it in the middle. Okay. Oh, I forgot to unclog my glue. Wow. Okay. I'm going to turn it around so that I have the grid here and I can tell where my center is. Okay. So the belt pieces are, I said 8.5 by 2.25. I'm going to put it right opposing each other. So this is 10. The 5-inch line is my center. There we go. Excellent. Okay. A little crooked. Okay, and now I'm going to take A2, that's a right flap, and I'm going to put it on the right because it's a right flap. That's my A2. It's 8.5 by 10, and it is double scored along the 8.5-inch side. So it's an 8.5 by 11. I just did not want to waste, another page. But it's 8.5 and 11. So when you double score it, this section from the second score to here will be just a little shy of 8, right? It'll be 7 and 5/8, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and fold it. So when I fold it, I have 1/8 of an inch height there. And I like to do double score so that it's not going to be sticking up. Okay. Oops. Falling. Go. Okay, I have A10, which is a pocket. It's going to go over A2 on the outside. So this pocket will go here. Okay. All right, so the pocket is 11 by 6.5. It's double scored on the 11 side, and it's scored once on the 6.5-inch side, only scored once at a 1/2 inch. Okay, so you can see here, it's scored here, it's scored here, and it's scored here at a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to cut triangles out where the two score lines meet, like that. So when I fold it over, I don't want these to overlap. If you see them overlapping a little bit, you can trim a little bit off, a little bit more off. So you don't want them to go over, overlap each other. That will just add added height that we don't want. Okay, and I'm going to put this one over like that. Okay. And so this will go here. I'm going to not put it all the way there yet because I want to make sure that I have that this is not going to go in like that. Yeah, you know what? I can because it's a big pocket. I can always put it back in. So I can do it actually. Okay. Sorry, I'm just changing my mind as I always do. Here we go. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Okay, we have 2 flaps and 2 more pockets. I'm going to open this up, and we have A8 and A9 will be inside on each side, and the pockets A7 and A6 and A7 will be on the bottom. So it's pretty simple. Okay. Let's prepare the pockets. So A6 and A7, they're 4 3/4 by 8 7/8. And again, they're scored at a 1/2 inch. And okay. And before I remove everything, I just want to fold it and make sure that I have the measurements correct. Okay. And I don't want it to be all the way to the fold line because then it'll have a hard time folding. So I cut it, I put the tape in, I do everything, but before I actually remove the tape and glue it on the page, I'm going to lay down and make sure that the size is good. Okay, so let's say take A6 and put it here. And yeah, I can fold it fine. And if I take A7 and put it here, it's folding fine and we're good. Okay, so I'm going to put it all the way to this side here. And make sure it's straight. And take this and put it all the way this side here. Okay. And I'm going to leave these for now, the tape over here. I don't want to glue it yet. I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to put A9 and A8 at the center of the top area. So A8 and A9 are 8.5 double scored by 5.5. So double scoring give you 1/8 of an inch height over there. Okay, so it's 8.5, double scored along the 8.5 side. You put it on the grid. It's 8 inches, and this is my center. And it should be something like that. It should have about 1.25 from here, from each side. Just remove part of the tape so that I can position it where I want it. Make sure it's straight. Okay, now that it's straight, I press this down and I can remove the rest of the tape. There we go. I have a little bit of leftover glue here. Just want to make sure that I don't glue the rest of this on top of it. It's just some leftover. I'm going to remove it. I don't want it here. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Fold it, take part of it out, align it with my grids. There we go. Okay. And I need about 1/4 inch from each side. There we go. Okay, and that's it. That's all for my page. I'm going to put those pockets down, but basically it has the 2 flaps, it has the pockets here, it folds here, it has a side pocket, and the belt. Very simple. Let's go ahead and put some magnets down over here. And because it is a belt, I'm going to put a rather strong magnet. Okay. This is one. This is two. And I want it right here at the center. Okay. Let me see if I can have a stronger one, maybe. We can use a stronger one. Okay. Take tape. Put this one here at the center. I'm going to take another tape. Okay, that's my size. Put it over the tape. Now this time the sticky part is on the back side, on the upside. So it's going to go like that on top of each other. And as I put it down, I'm going to put it down a little loose. Like that. And now they're aligned. Okay. That will be my belt. Really good. And I think I'm going to put maybe something, a little magnet here and here. Okay. I'm going to actually start, turn it around from here. Again, I'm using my grid line to find my center. And I'm putting it about 3/4 of an inch from the tip over here. First, I'm going to press the pocket down. Here it is. Okay, and the same thing on this side. Find my center over here. If you're not sure, if you know, I'm eyeballing it, but if you're not sure, you can just take a ruler and just match your center with a ruler. Okay. See, it's strong. The clip was just attaching itself to it. Okay, so now we can go ahead and put the fun stuff on there. So I cut for this album. I have some white cardstock that really illustrate where to put the uh, photographs on. Oh, let me see. Don't really remember where I wanted to put all this stuff at. Okay, and I think I took also this piece to be a flat pocket. I don't know if I wrote that down. And that's my A11. That's my flat pocket that is 9 3/4 by 2 1/4. And I'll put my flat pocket here on top of the regular pocket, the big one over here. Okay, so this will go on top of the flat pocket. This will go on top of the pocket right there. Okay, I need to put something here, which I haven't done yet. Maybe I have, I just don't remember where I put it. Okay. Um, yeah, I think we need something here. So we can use something like that. That will be nice. I think about 2 inches sounds about right. Yeah. 2 inches. Needs to be 9 3/4. Over here like that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and ink my edges a little bit. Over here. Put my tape. I don't know where my thing is. Okay, I'll just use the tip here. Oh, okay. A little tear here. I'm going to just use regular glue to keep it down. I can't believe it's clogged again. This glue dries so quickly. I should just keep my pin in there. Okay, here we go. Now let's put these two here. Okay, so we said this is the top flap. I'm sorry, this is the A2's right flap. Except I put it on the left. It's okay. We did this a left flap. I'm going to change it from a right flap to a left flap. Okay. A2 is a left flap. Okay. And this will be, is it 2? Pocket. Okay, 2 by 9 and 7/8. So this is A2. It goes right over A2. It's 2 by 9 and 7/8. Okay. This goes over the pocket, over A10, over here. It's 3.5 by 9 3/4. Okay, I'm just writing down all the measurements so that you'll have it later. closer. 3.5 by 9 3/4. We'll go here. The question is, do we want it like this or like that? And I think I like it. Oops, I like it more like this. Okay. So I'm going to take that and put it all the way to the edge of my pocket. Okay. So this measurement of this one is under A10 because that's the pocket over A2. Okay. And this is the flat pocket. I'm going to put this all the way to the left and this over the flat pocket. Okay, so this flat pocket is A11, 9 3/4 by 2 1/4, and this piece is 2 inches by 9 3/4. Sorry, by 10, right? By 9, yeah, by 10. The flat pocket is by 10. 10 by 2 1/4. 10 by 2 1/4. And this is 9 3/4 by 2. Okay, A11. Now, if you're a beginner and you're starting out, you can always take some glue, okay, and put it over here like this a little bit, so that when you position these over the cardstock, it'll give you a little bit more wiggle room. Okay. And I'm making sure that I have even border around in the black. And the flat pocket, I'm going to be gluing 3 sides only, leaving this part exposed so that I can tuck things here. Okay. So we're just putting, that's why I don't like to put pins in here. Okay. 1, 2, I'm gluing 3 sides, leaving 1 unglued, and that's the opening. Okay, I'm clear up my things here. I'm going to really try today to keep everything clean and clear of clutter as much as possible. I will try. Okay, here we go. So we have that. Now to this side. I have 2, I think I made these 5x7s. I think I made these 5x7, 5x7, which will go on the back. Okay, and I have a little area here. This will go on the back here and here. Oh, no, we'll go here. Okay. So the 2 5x7 whites will go on the back of my 2 flaps. Oh, let me adjust this here. We'll go here. Remember, I have the magnets here, so they'll have to cover the magnets. Okay, Then let's see what I got here. I have 2 of these pieces that I cut out. I think they're 4 by 7.5, 4.5 by 8. They're 4.5 by 8 that go over the flaps. Okay, 4.5 by 8. And I picked something with a theme over here with a design. But I think that the flap itself is just a little, it's shorter than this, so I'm going to have to cut it a little bit. You need to take out at least 3/8 of an inch, if not a half an inch. Okay, so these will need to trim down. Then I have these 2 pieces that will go over here, 1 and 2. And this will go here, 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 and here. And I'm going to put a white here and here. Okay. So that's that, like that. I just need to trim this a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and trim it. So I think I'm going to take the 2 borders from here that are about 1/4 inch each one. Go. And I don't know if I want to take this out or here. Okay. I like it like this. All right, I'm just going to ink the areas that I cut off and just the measurements. I'm doing it off my desk because whenever I ink, I get I can get like little pieces of my foam always falling, and when it's black and I'm using white, it can stain my pieces. So I'm doing it off my desk. Okay, so these 2 will go here, and I prepared also 4 pieces that are like 1/4 inch to go here and here on the sides, like that. Okay, so let me write it down. It's 1, 2, 7 and 5/8. Trying to be as precise as possible. 7 and 5/8 over 8, A8 and A9. 7 and 5/8 by 4.5. And then we have 1/2 inch by 7 5/8. We have 4 of them, 2 and 2. Okay. So I think I just need to trim that a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, even if it's just a little bit of, a 1/4 inch area, I still ink it. And these will go on the sides. Okay. Oops. Okay, and we'll take this one and put it right here like that. Okay, where is my little pick tool? Okay. Turn it over and do the same thing here. Okay, 1. Two, and then we'll put this one right there. Okay, so the top flaps are done. Now we'll do the bottom flaps. Okay, but I'm going to turn it over. So these I have 5x7, which I will put all the way down, and it leaves me an area here that I can add a little strip. Okay, so my 5x7 are going to go all the way to the end. Take the tape off where I have my magnet. Okay, and this one. Yeah, some of those areas that are small, I did not prepare ahead of time because a lot of times I just wait to see what remnants I have left over and I use those for section where I have, just a little one left, just a little bit. Then I need not a big piece, just a little piece. Okay. So let's see what I got. Needed about an inch, half an inch. Needed about a half an inch. I'm just going through my remnants here. Actually, this could be perfect right there because it has red and yellow right there. This one. Not enough. I have this one, but it's too small. Also have these. This one will also be good. Maybe even better. Okay, so I just need 5 by half an inch. Okay. Right, 5. Ooh, no, I think I needed more than 5. More than 5? No, 5 is good. Okay. And let's cut it here in the middle. Okay, so we'll do one like this. And the other one like that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and ink. Let's see. this here. Okay. Here we go. All right, so these will go over the top area of the pocket, over A7 and A6. Okay, and you see the measurements, 7.5 by 4. I think these may be from the 8 by 8 pack. Okay, so we'll put these on the sides. And those red are 1 3/4 by 6. Okay, so I'll put the 1 3/4 by 6 at the area where there is the A6 and A7. Although they are on the back part. Let me open it up. Okay, like that. Here we go. See, it goes inside a little bit where the pocket is. So then when I put the pocket over, it'll hide it. Make sure it's not on the close, on the fold area. Okay, and this I can put right here in the middle, like that. So this white piece is a 4 by 6. You don't have to put those white, it really represent a place for a photograph. So if you already have the photograph, I like to put the photograph over the cardstock, so this way the photograph itself will have a border. But it's up to you. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. I'm going to just take my bone fold and I'm going to burnish it a little bit more. because I have a lot of things that it's hiding under. I just want to make sure that it's sitting nice and tight over here. Okay. Okay. And this will be able to close now like that. Okay. So the only thing left for me to do is cover the belt. Put something nice here. So let's see what we got. I can do this. Oh, this is nice. I think this is about 6. We need about 6 here. Let me measure it. Where's my ruler? Yep, we need 6 by 2. So I need 6 pieces that are 6 by 2. Do a red here, but I think maybe I'll use the red for the buckle. Okay, so black and white or the cream with a black. No, the cream flashes a little bit. I like the black with the dots here. See what you got here. Oh no, so this is the same as we had here. So this is the 12 by 12, and that's I still have the 8 by 8 one. Maybe we'll use this one for the belts. Okay, we can use that. You know what? But it's a really a waste because if it's 12 inches, might as well use a 12-inch wide paper. Well, I have another one from this here. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this 2 inches and 2 inches. 2 inches and 2 inches. And then cut it to 6. This way I'm not wasting paper. All right. So I have 4 pieces that are 6 by 2. Oh, place to tango. That's also cool. What if I use this here like that? I can do that. This is nicer. Yeah. This one with the border, I'll put here. This is on the top. Yeah, I think this is better. And this way I'm going to put something here and make a nice buckle. Okay. It's decided. And I think I might trim the edges a little bit, round it up a little bit. You'll see it. Okay. Okay. And then around my edges. Around those corners. Okay. This is here. That. That. 3. 4. I'm going to cut all 4 sides. Do the same for the pieces in the back. Okay, here we go. Those 4. Take the tape out of the magnet. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to put something around my magnet just to make sure that it stays in place. I'll put a little bit more glue around it. Okay. And making sure that the two stripes are both on the top so it is symmetrical. Okay, now let's build a little buckle, and for that let's choose something to be at the center. So I can take one of these that are really cute. I can cut out one of these and put it over something. You know, I can take that. This one's kind of cute over here. Or I can take one of these and make it a buckle. So do one of these. Decisions, right? I think maybe I'll take that. If you're using die cuts, you can take one of the die cuts and do it as well. Yeah. I'm going to take my good scissors. Okay. Okay. I think that's good enough. Take the ink and I'm going to ink it around. Put this over here. Red and black or black or red? It's a good question, right? Or turn it around. Okay, so we'll do this 2.5. by 3. It's 2.5 by 3. So I need the black one to be 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. That and like that. Here we go. And let's trim the edges. When you trim the edges, when you round them, they have less chance of getting wear and tear. Okay, that's good. Make sure you put the glue all the way to the edge, to the edges, so that it doesn't lift. It will look right nice, right over there. Very nicely right here at the center. Okay. Now it becomes embellishments. Okay, we can put something here on the sides. Okay, we're gonna put some kind of a mat over here, mat board here. We have pictures here and here, and we can put something in here, right? Right in there. Okay. So section A is done. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll do section B when we come back. I'll see you in a little bit.